Okay, so here's another update video. We have a fortress that Zach has been working on, the co-founder of Bay 12 Games. And he's got a fishery outside there with his. There have been a lot of turtles. Went through that fishery. We've got animals pastured outside and so forth. And you can see the different underground grasses that have come up now that the spores have been released. And we have a nice little hatch cover there. There's the new building interface. We can place jobs in there and so forth. Let's go down into the fortress. Got nice wood flooring here. Here's a kind of typical area with a bunch of stored objects and workshops. Dwarves running around grabbing things that they need, and the cats that follow them. Deeper down, we have more workshops and some accidental water that needed to be blocked off when the aquifer was released into the fortress. And here's the living arrangement. So let's look at the zones here. We have all of these little bedrooms that have been placed now with the new zone placement that I'll show you in a bit. I've got spouses in the room there. Some cabinet bleed through. It should actually be showing the buildings, but we're still working on that part. And so you can assign dwarves there. Most of the dwarf pictures are working, but whenever they hold something right now, it shows the tip of the weapon instead of the dwarf. But we'll fix all that up. And you got the manager's office there. Deeper down, we have the temple, which is still being furnished, and the meeting halls and training. You can see some dwarves with weapons over on the right-hand side there. There's a little statue Zach placed of a loon man there in the bottom there. And let's go further down, more bedrooms, and finally some last rooms and some more areas being carved out. There's a library on the right. You can see the bookshelves there. There's no books in the library yet. So here's the burial area. So let's look at the zones and the relative quiet here. Got a big tomb on the right and all these little tombs up top. The coffins weren't filled on these yet. The tomb on the right here has a dwarf has been buried. Sadly, a miner did not survive a little accident. So let's just delete all these the unused tombs, though. So you can see the little coffins there that haven't been filled. And let's just place these now. You used to have to kind of place these one at a time, but now when you select the tomb, you can just go pop. It doesn't really have to be super accurate, just enclose the area, and now we've got 8 tombs created. We got a interruption here. Should have paused the game maybe, but we wanted to see people running around. So there's an elven caravan there. There's an elf there, and looks like some kind of yak or something. We've got the elven merchant, and they brought their animal, yak cow. Yes, they're a yak cow carrying their goods. Gonna bring them down the hill here to the entrance of the fortress and get them to the depot. Where is that? Nah, no, then always too narrow. There it is, outside the depot. And yeah, so they'll just kind of march down here and bring us things to trade. Nothing at the depot right now, just the wood that it was built out of. So rolling back up the hill here. We haven't got the zoom because you'll just be able to click on those announcements icons on the left to zoom to back to the elves, but here they are. And there's another one coming in to bring things to the fortress, coming on down the hill. And so let's go back and take a look inside this fortress that they've foolishly decided to enter deep down. See, we've broken into some caverns. Zach has been exploring a little bit, and I've got all kinds of gemstones and floor fungus, young tower cap mushrooms. There's some big ones in there wedged in the hallways. When the mushrooms don't have space to grow, they'll kind of go into the corridors, but you can see a big one there that's nice and has a giant mushroom cap growing. Lots of little plants down here. There's some dimple cups that you can make blue dye with. A little cap popper. And deep down the water here, we've got a partially submerged giant mushrooms and things down here, and then there's the fungiwood plants with the little bulbs on them. And deeper still we go. Zach has actually broken into quite a bit of the underground here. This is the red mossy layer right now. Color's not necessarily finalized, but it's full of all kinds of spore trees and critters, giant olms and things running around down there. Deeper still. This one's way, way down here. It's 94 levels below sea level. And, dwarves have been very busy digging. Yeah, there's some big black mushrooms. Oops, press the old help screen for. So yes, we'll have a different help than the old ASCII version. And I got popped by manager's been possessed. Strange mood. Popped by an announcement again. I'll just get rid of these announcements and leave it paused during the last second here, so we can just look at finish looking down at the bottom of this fortress. We've got hotkeys that we've set up to zoom to different levels, so now we're back at the bottom. And, well, look at all this stuff. Just a tangle of fungus again, and nightmarish little critters down here, little grabbing tendrils and things. But here we have some bars, metal bars. You know, there's a little stockpile down here filled with silver bars because we have a magma industry using the heat of the magma deep under the earth to do forging jobs and so forth. So, yeah, hope you had fun looking at this. There's a giant magma pool for you. And see you next time.